There's a possum come a-knockin at the door. A possum come a-knockin at the door, A possum come a-knockin at the door. Ugh. Granny was a-sittin' and a-rockin' and a-knittin' when a possum come a-knockin at the door. Mom was busy cooking in the kitchen making taters when a possum come a-knockin at the door. Pa was busy fixing and a-banging and a-pounding when a possum come a-knockin at the door. Pappy was a-whittlin' making play toys for the baby when a possum come a-knockin at the door. Sis was tossing baby while Pappy was a-whittlin' when a possum came a-knockin at the door. Brother was untangling all the twiny line for fishing while Sis was tossing baby and Pappy was a-whittlin' and Pa was busy fixing and Mom was busy cooking and Granny was a-knitting when a possum come a-knockin at the door. Goondog was a-twitching and a-scratching in the corner when a possum come a-knockin at the door. Tomcat started sniffing and a-spitting and a-hissing when a possum come a-knockin at the door. What's that? Sis said. Don't know, Brother said. What's that? Pa said. Don't know, Granny said. But that cat, she said, that cat oughter go. Then Dog started sniffing and a-pawing and a-growling while the cat tail a-twitching was a-hissing and a-howling, making Granny stop a-knitting and Pappy stop a-whittlin' and Baby start a-fussing, Sis and Brother start a-cussing and because a little old possum was a-knockin' at the door. Here we go. What's that? Granny said. Don't know, Pappy said. What's that? Ma said. Don't know, Pa said. Then it creepy crossed the floor and peeked under the door. It's a possum come a-knockin on the door, I said. It's a possum come a-knockin on the door. Then Brother came a-leapin', and Sis came a-runnin', and Baby came a-crawlin', and Dog started howlin', and Pappy was a-chucklin', and Granny's eyes was twinklin' as Ma followed Pa to the door. Now hush, Pa said. Now hush, Ma said, and slowly Pa opened up the door. Now you're all stop your hollering, you're fussin' and you're cussin', 'cause there's nothing that's a-knockin' at the door. No possum, Pappy said. No possum, Pa said. No possum, Granny said. No possum, Ma said. Then we all started doing like before. Granny was a-sittin' while Pappy was a-whittlin', Ma was a-cookin' while Pa was a-fixin', Brother was a-tangling while Sis was tossing baby, Goondog was a-scratchin' while Tomcat was a-lickin', and I was just a-sittin' and a-lookin' out the window when I saw what I saw scoot up the old oak tree. A possum was a-scootin' and a-scramblin' and a-danglin'. That possum was a-knockin' made a fool out of me.